I wasn't familiar with the books. They weren't. I mean, they were hugely popular in the States, but in the UK, we'd not really come across them. So we had no idea that they were so popular, and that we were taking on something so epic. And still, when you're making something like that, you don't know whether people are going to go for it, whether it's going to work. I mean, we were aware that HBO have to spend a lot of money on it to make it real. The problem with fantasy is it's expensive. Everything has to be created, so you can't just go to the store and say, I would need a load of those costumes. Everything's got to be made from scratch. So it's an expensive process, but it shows that if you spend the money, you can create something that's successful and popular and big.
Game of Thrones a dépassé le stade de la série pour devenir un phénomène de société. Un univers sombre, des personnages ni bons ni mauvais et très attachants ont fait de la série un élément culturel commun à tous. Mais qu'est-ce qui la rend si unique?
It's huge and kind of wide-ranging, and characters go off on their sort of individual journeys, and sometimes they cross over, sometimes they don't. The good guys are not as good as you think they are, the bad guys are not necessarily as bad as you think they are, so you're always guessing, and you don't know who's gonna survive, basically, is the question. George R.R. Martin has created so many characters that are rich and interesting and complex that you kind of want them to succeed in whatever their chosen path is. Tyrion's kind of a monstrous character, really, but he's one of my favourites because he's a survivor, and he's one of the wisest. So I think he would be my tip to sit on the throne at the end. That'd be good. I'd like to see that.
S'il y a bien une chose que certains fans attendent plus que la série en elle-même, c'est les 2 derniers livres qui concluront la guerre pour le trône de fer. Si les producteurs de la série connaissent déjà le dénouement final, George R.R. Martin surveille attentivement l'adaptation qui est faite de son œuvre.
He's a very, very sweet guy, and it's amazing that he can sit there and invent these characters in his head. You worry sometimes at what else is going on in his head, but no, he's clearly got an incredible imagination and inspired a lot of people to read, which is in this day and age is no bad thing, So he's a lovely guy, a very clever man, and very sweet.